Yeah, I mean, it was crazy at the start. It was, it made it a much bigger decision in terms of whether to continue or whether to stop. You know, nobody knew what was going to happen, and I was asking the questions of a head office, like, "Oh, do you think I should do this?" And they were sort of saying, "Well, the phones are still ringing at the moment. People are busy. It depends." They didn't know, so they were very honest about that as well. But they were pretty confident that all this was going to mean was more remote working. It was going to be accepted more quickly than it already was being. You know, I don't know. For me, the timing was probably perfect, because when I signed on the dotted line, I had 3 months of training to do, and I was doing some networking and stuff, and I think the other partners in the head office would say as well that kind of March, April time, there was a little bit of everybody just sort of froze, everything just kind of went static and nothing very much was happening. But at that time, my head was down and I was training. I'd already left the bank by this time. My head was down in training. So timing wise, I was probably quite fortunate, because by the time I got my training completed, I did it a little bit more slowly than I maybe intended. Took 2 or 3 months to do it. And then by the time I came out of that, I actually found things had picked up again. And I've definitely not found any shortage of available work out there. I've been incredibly busy. I mean, I think at the last count, I've got 5 retained clients and 2 that I do ad hoc business with fairly frequently. And that was August, I think, the beginning of August, I think I launched. I actually found it quite positive, because in the doom and the gloom of COVID, and there's certain industries have been so badly hit, obviously hospitality, retail, etc., that you kind of in one sense feel the whole world's come to a stop. But for me, through the networking and working with my clients, it's actually been something that's lifted me a bit to think, well, actually the whole world hasn't really stopped. There's actually lots of really good stuff, lots of really, really busy people out there that are desperate for support. It's very sad that travel and retail and hospitality has been impacted. Hopefully it comes back, but there's definitely been life out there for sure, I found personally. So yeah, it's been fine.